Back out towards that condor, just slips of timing, and now it's more information to work with.
Just missing. Not able to find it though, as you mentioned. The Julie's in for BlameF, able to escape back towards that short control. Still seeing nothing of their own right. 40 seconds, ENCE are going to make a move in towards that monster control now, and BlameF will rotate away from that short position.
And there's actually a slight lurk up coming through from Dia, but this is all just a fake. He's just trying to see if he can sell it.
P250 in, caught off, taps through, trying to look for the man around the corner, and Christo does end up with the frag back, and ENCE don't know where they're going to go with this one. In towards short, in towards mid. They do finally commit towards the B side, but in for Monster, 20 seconds to go.
Massive amounts of hesitation, and now this gives so much more leverage in the round for Astralis.
Star plays Overwatch back up there, and Christo down into the bomb site, but Sunpies picks one out of the air. Christo gets one to return, and still on the back of the site here at Water, 2 kills to his name. Triple up found, bomb's been dropped, needs to go down right here. BlameF could win the whole thing. Julie swing, and Snappy will fall for it. Pistol gain by Astralis.
Surely the pressure not getting to ENCE there. I don't know what to come up with.
Might generate a gap there, but Zipek has the information. That's the important part.
That gets spammed up in the process. The Snappy drops him, and now that gives a little bit more of that control over towards Connector to start moving players up. Plenty of time still left on the clock and util. It does seem like it is still going to be a BXE though.
That spray also tagged up Mistar, so close to a double kill. 5 on 4 for the time being. Trade to 3 should be easy enough when they face the man directly. The smokes come down towards heaven. Flashes in Vivaldi, going to try to clear out all his corners. Check the site. Nades sponged up by the man. Incendiary is thrown towards Water. SMG still on site. Another one also out towards that short sandbags. Undetected as of right now for the T-side line. Glaive undetected. They saw him right past him. He even gets a dink down onto Volney and all. Low HP. Now allowing Mistar a chance to strike. The HGs from BlameF catching Volney next. So it's a 3-on-3. Astralis still holding onto the site. And the SMG is dealt with by Sunpius.
Oh, BlameF gets another bomb once again. They actually get off it before he takes the fight.
No time left. They're going to stick it this time. D is covering it off from ramp. Here's the footsteps. Engagement goes well, but Christo with a trade back and is aware of the last man. Dives into the site, but doesn't get the force invest for ENCE. Trying to regain control against the Astralis. They got their start, but no more than that. Fast execution in towards the B site. Flashes over, and Zipex has control with a spray. Gets the first one. Smoke goes down at the toxic barrels. M4 of Glaive also holding out of the crossfire. Very little damage done to his teammate though. And the SMG also holds its nerve. For Mistar, mowing through all these pistols as standard. 2 left standing on the T side. Now make it 1 with a HE landing. And Snappy, 1-on-4.
Yeah, ENCE just had no option. They're in double eco status. They try for the quick B pop. And what it ends up being is more just a distraction of Zip, just hiding down out there towards the toxic barrels. Everybody else has got the crossfire. Everyone else can work around the util and that pillar angle.
The AK's out. It's a rifle round.
Christo, AWP, What a lovely adjustment that is onto Martin.
So quick as well, straight up towards mid. Martin caught, Valde trying to act out towards the short position. Players that might get found here, the boost up in particular, detected spray up against the first man, doesn't quite get the second. Valde reduced to 1 point of health, has to escape.
It gets out of trouble. Now that boost was to actually look out towards Monster, and now even the spots come through from DR.
Decent nade back, returning fire. Glaive down to 14 himself, and Sunpius' orb finds Christo elsewhere. Advantage for the T side. 4-on-3, but just barely.
Now, what attack. As soon as you are able to bring that forward, yes, you lose the first pick with that AWP engagement, but look at the response out towards B. A lot of impact being found towards the anchors, and now the regroup. Glaive's just trying to jump spot for info, even on low HP.
Bursting in with the M4, trying his best to return something back up here, but nothing has been found. Zipex. AK set, Sunpire starts to walk forward. Dia caught off towards short, now his teammate supporting. Backs a turn, the spray's not quite lining up though. The player out towards ramp, dealt with in the end. Zipex now holding his own, on his own, dealt with by Valde holding his nerve, holding his position and winning the fight back to a 4-on-4.
And they don't know about the other player that's got aggressive towards T-spawn though, so that's slight misdirection. Zip has to think about the idea. Do you go back in for a fight? Is there a regroup at all? Is there another one of these rounds for ENCE where it's an over-rotation?
It's playing for the bigger picture. The smokes and flashes will come over though, so they're indicating some sort of B here, and actually Zipex will rotate back into the site itself. Snappy, meanwhile, up in the mid-control. Drops that bomb to Christo, who doubles up with the AWP. May even be on for a 3K as well. There's 2 more players playing in from mid and bathrooms, and there's 18 seconds on the clock here for ENCE to try and strike. Christo falls forward, and Valde falls down. These are the names you look to see at the top end. And none of them are at the moment. The AK in for Mistar, however, does get caught off by one of the players in question. Martin, the Tech 9 pick, and Dia swings round the corner. That's a bit more like it, ENCE.
They found a massive amount of space and weapons to get recovered now. Now Zip's on the other side, peering down into Monster. He's looking to find a return.
AK standing, spray down. Sunpius will fall, but Valde takes a tray back for it. Glaive Back at a site, incendiary in hand. M4 dived up, flashes sent over, and his head is tucked away from the headshot position. They don't check Toxic, and he gets 2 kills for it, reducing it to a 2v2. But Dia still holds the responsives, and Christo not quite as good with his flicks. Finally, streak broken. 3rd round for ENCE.
Now Dia, they needed him. They needed a big round from him, and he provides that quick swing around the corner towards Connector, finds the first, and then we just see him be able to collect the pieces towards the tail end with the M4.
Where they'll fall if they can't turn it around. Sprays through from Zipex, making it look as standard as it has done so far for Astralis. Snappy, first man dead. Dia not far behind him.
Now Valde's just hoping for a re-extension, a slight little info play to come out to that right-hand side. But for Astralis, we've seen it drilled. We've seen them be incredibly disciplined on this CT side.
Sprays through the M4, Marden's tagged, D is low. Marden trying to force out something here in the connector control, and BlameF will find the casualty. 5 on 3 now for Astralis.
And that's just been the danger zone, isn't it? BlameF and picks towards Con. Dia with 22 HP, trying to see if he can even deal with the beast of BlameF.
Walk forward, 60 seconds, and his head's tucked away, holding his nerve with Valde, his AK. Out towards Monster, leaning in, the bomb on his back, flashed in by a teammate, needs to win the fight, so the counter flash come back with the kill for BlameF. 2 left standing for ENCE, 1 left standing for ENCE, and none. And the near flawless round comes in for Astralis to go 12-3 up.
I think quite a bit.
Rotation's gonna get called out. Marden needs to get a kill here, taps up, not quite landing towards him. Christo draws first blood, Snappy back up towards water, overwhelmed by that Glock the same. 5 on 3, Astralis have control of the site, but some Pius picks the bomb carrier out from the middle of the air. Missed start to fall.
And there's a boost up towards heaven. BlameF's in a great angle.
Oh, but he misses every single bullet. It's forced to go back down. The height advantage has been lost here. Dia leaning forward. The bomb does go down, but he gets his pick back in. 3 on 3 situation. They're struggling to burst back into the site. Default is a known entity, but there's 2 players still downstairs. Valde tapping. BlameF with a decent kill. Valde trades it. Dia back to a 1-on-1. It's his moment to shine. Being quiet all map so far, despite having a great set of first 2. Sees that last man. Taps the bomb. Trying to force Zipex out here. He's not making his move. Oh, that's a perfect. Molotov up. The Tech 9 faces around towards the position, checking out mid control. Mr. holds his nerve, holds the passive positions from Astralis. As ENCE, similar story.
Now you've got 2 on B for both Marden and Snappy, with at least another resmoke that can go down towards that monster control. Astralis are just hoping to catch that timing. They've got a smoke and a flash. It could just be an explosion.
Should be, with all 5 players stacked up on short. Marden has no information towards this. Well, Snappy with utility in hand, so it's a case of seeing those flashes coming in, dive out of the way. Smoke's in the way, of course, provide a bit of support, and Marden escapes in amongst it. Mistar with a kill found, doubles up with a Deagle, flanks in, Valde, AK tapping desperately, trying to hold on to some sort of trade back with these rifles, but they just swarm the site. They explosive, as you mentioned, and ENCE may be in trouble here.
Oh, we've seen this before. Mistar did it out of Mirage, and now Dia's out in the open. Glaive gets another.
Easy pickings for Astralis now, with some Pius falling. Valde is left to hold on to his AK. A 1-on-5 with the pistol rush. A quick play into the B site. Wasn't out of spawn. Still, he tries to hide and fight on from Graffiti, ultimately to his demise. He's got to save. Still going to bait these guys in, try and make sure they don't get any rifles out of this position. But no time left for the defuse at this stage. Or at least face on.
Marden out here towards Monster. Him and Snappy to work off one another. This is a lot quicker.
Oh, Snappy putting utility down towards that Monster position. He spray through and get only 1 kill for it. Valde back on site, gets 1. Transfer the second. Oh, he gets the triple as well. The 5-7's in his hand with backup right behind him. BlameF 1 on 3. And Valde looks in with some Pius. We're not done yet, boys. ENCE clinging on for dear life.
Just when it looked as though there was enough done with the entries, Glaive gets 2 there from the monster position.
And quick in from the pistols. They went explosive in the last eco half by a round, and it worked out for them. Snappy engaging, and Zipex is the man to strike first. Marden pressured, needs to line them up, and he knocks them down. Looks in for the triple as well. The pressure mounted, but he deals with it effectively. Pistols pulled out and all. And the T's are left to 2, now just 1. Christo dropping the bomb. And it felt so quick, it felt so good from the start, but ENCE will not die. They will not die.
One more to bring it to overtime. What a holdout towards a B site. We've seen the multi-frags, we've seen that X-Factor potential, and now for ENCE. to close the streak, to make it 5 in a row, to claim it to overtime. That will be all the momentum necessary to turn this map and this series in your favor.
Astralis looking straight.
Now, with that aggressive maneuver coming up towards Fountain, it's going to be a pop-out monster.
Martin caught blinded, bets back towards that short control. Snappy holding passive, and Martin gets picked up first. That's Glaive with the engagement. They need back up towards the B site now. Snappy holds for as much as he can, sees that second player, and tags up. Mistar does not take him down. Some pies for the York pick, drops the bomb center of the site. D is caught ahead of that smoke down to heaven, so it's a 3-on-2 for Astralis.
And some pies might not know about the aggressive maneuver coming through from Graffiti. Zib's going to still try and get the bomb down.
Molotov's in the way though. That player is low. Open plant. And Mistar is going to wait for them. I think some Pius is aware of this though. USP pulled out, taps forward, backs turn. He has absolutely no idea, and Mistar can punish Valde alone and can get nothing. The 6.
They're creeping forward towards top of connector and into bathrooms.
Smokes are in the way. T's a walk-in. Some Pius picks one up though. And D is ready. Some Pius gets another pick, in fact. The M4 finds Mistar. And ENCE back in it. Glaive on sight. Can't get Valde. And Zipex can't get anything. Spread across ENCE throughout the course of the entire map, but they're going to charge forward. Look at this for Martin and Valde. They've ripped them apart. Didn't even wait this time. Astralis will lose the half only by a single round, sure. But ENCE feeling the confidence brimming as they take number 7. Moving in, slowly, sees one, sprays down Valde. Trazy to be found by Dia real quick. He lets him slip out of his fingertips, but still could get 2 out of it. Kills found on Christo's Orc pick. Sprays blinded, Dia strikes on one. Needs to get that second, Molotov burns Glaive, and Dia picks him up. 3-on-3, it's a standoff now. Astralis all in the back of the site. Molotov sent as Mistar holds in the smoke.
And this bomb's still tailing behind. They've got to start pressing forward. They've got to stop the CTs from relocating up.
Flashes forward, boost in, Zipex tries to catch off. Martin stays alive, bomb will go down.
Get it down this time around. AWP posted towards bank.
Watching and waiting as ENCE hold their nerve, hold their position. The shots ringing in from Christo. Dia looking for wall bangs, does give up his life towards Christo. Martin, however, steps up now. 2-on-2, tagged up heavy. Needs a headshot, needs the AWP, needs support, needs a miracle at this stage. They lean in, Zipex and Mistar catch those casualties. And we will play on Astralis. Anything in the middle, smokes ahead. Martin's going to get ahead of it though. 2 players to find, flashbang in, spray up the first, and the second goes falling. Massive sequence, he's got to go in for a bit more, and Glaive has his number. 3-on-3. Still watching to the back site, and he gets Valde next. Flashes forward, the bomb is on the site though.
Now it's just about wasting time, trying to see if you can get Snappy off of the bomb. Still a player out there at Grill. Dia's got to back him up.
Snappy's low, Dia barely alive against Blame F. He gets Christo as well on Snappy's part. Claiming the 1-on-2, sees where Snappy is, gets the pick back, and Dia needs the perfect headshot. Glaive making noise, trying to pull misdirection, but Dia playing against that, gonna wait for the bomb to get tapped, wait for the guaranteed info. Here's the footsteps, looks for the headshot, but Glaive picks it up instead. Glaive has everything in his hands, he's making noise, he's giving the info, the M4 adjusts towards it. Martin watching for the headshot, 10 seconds left, bomb's gotta go down. Glaive shots connecting, and they make their way to the site. Bomb plant, not denied by some Pius.
Valde gets up close towards the smoke, a lot of damage is being done.
He's low HP though, needs that AWP, desperately so. Smokes in his way, some Pius repositioning. Valde does find an angle, gets one, but only one. It's some Pius alone now to do it all, to clutch out this match point again for ENCE. Leans up, looks around, makes noisy, drops off towards Cubby. They know it now. Scope in, the time is ticking away. He's got the kit, but he hasn't got the breathing room. He leans around the corner, and the AK plays Ring of Roses with the information spot, and Sun Pius falls for it.
Looking so positive from Astralis.
Some Pius watching, looking towards mid, seeing nothing at all. And finally, Dia rotates in with support. 2 M4s on the B site. It's up to Astralis to make their move.
And Dia's got to drop down, set up this crossfire. It's all about a contact. It's all about the first initial duel.
Watching short on the boost. Ready and waiting, Snappy picks up one, leans in aggressive but loses life towards Christo. And now the AWP for some Pius, can't connect his shots. Snappy falls, and just about on Dia in a 1-on-3. Needs some absolute heroics here to keep ENCE involved in the Elisa Masters. He gets Zipex, that's one, leans in and he can't do it. Christo locks it